If there's a no-deal Brexit, it's going to impact really heavily on the NHS and public services in so many ways. Vital provisions, medicines, etc. won't be there. We need people to work in those services. It'd be so disruptive that we shouldn't countenance it. And that's why the Labour Party with the trade union movement has said we'll do everything to stop a no-deal Brexit, and we've said that now for 2 years. It's particularly acute now we've got a Tory leadership race going on and the positions are more and more extreme, but we have to do everything we can to protect working people, people who use the NHS and other services so vitally. So we will vote against no-deal Brexit, and that's why we've said consistently now that whatever the outcome, it's got to go back to the public for consent. You cannot allow this to happen without that lock. One of the things that we've worked with our EU partners on for many years is the protection of workplace rights, environmental rights, consumer rights, and that's why trade unions such as UNISON have been so strong on this issue, because they know that that's a floor of rights that their members have, working people have, that are at risk with Brexit, and particularly at risk with a no-deal Brexit, and of course always at risk with a Tory government. So we've always said you must keep those rights. They've got to not only be put in place now, but they've got to keep pace with what happens in the EU. And it's another reason why we've said that at this stage, with the Article 50 exercise almost over, whatever deal now is presented to Parliament, or even no deal, it's got to go back to the public so the public can say that's good enough for them, or if not, that they want to remain. Well, the first thing we need to say to EU citizens living in the UK is thank you for being part of our communities. Thank you for working in so many sectors, including the sectors covered by the trade union UNISON. What we should have done immediately after the referendum, I think, was to unilaterally guarantee their rights, because those individuals are very much at risk. They're very anxious. I think all of us as MPs, as trade unionists, have had anxious EU members saying, what's my position? What we could have done, and what we should have done, is unilaterally to say, whatever the deal, and whether we stay in or we go out on a deal or no deal, your rights will be guaranteed, because at least then there'll be that legal certainty. I think if the government had said that at the start, we'd have got that through in a matter of weeks, and it's a great shame that we didn't do it. We've pledged that if elected into government, it'd be one of the first things that we actually do.